Hello everybody, Dominomial here, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last episode, I worked on completing World 5. What's this comment? Oh, you know what? I can actually tackle this one real quickly before the boss. But yeah, last episode I worked on World 5, and then this episode we're working through... We're gonna beat World 5, and then we're gonna make it to World 6. I don't think we'll get very far in World 6, but we will make it to World 6. Because I think this boss level in the world is kinda long, if I remember correctly. Okay. So for this, you just want to massacre all these innocent, I was going to say octolings, but they're octogoombas. That's what they're called. And honestly, this is like one of the easiest levels in the game, because you get so much time to get rid of all these guys. And also, ice skating isn't a difficult mechanic to work with in this game. Okay, ice physics isn't a difficult mechanic to work with in this game because you can literally ice skate. Like, yeah, sure, the ice skating has a slightly different movement. Like, there's actually, like, you know, a lot less friction. But, like, it doesn't feel bad. It's just a different method of controlling. It's like playing Sonic the Hedgehog versus playing Shadow the Hedgehog. Probably in terms of how they look and like in their run animations. Probably not in actually how they play. Because I've never really played any of the Sonic games. Not like, you know, any of the good ones anyway. Are there any good Sonic games? I guess Generations. I guess I could check out Generations on PC now that I'm getting into PC gaming. And also that one has like a huge modding community, so maybe. If I do it, I don't know if I'm gonna Let's Play it, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it for like many years. I did play Sonic Mania though, and it was pretty enjoyable. The worst thing about playing a Sonic game is that, like, even, like, the hatred for Sonic, or, like, the weird stigma with Sonic games spreads to people that barely know anything about Sonic. Because I was playing Sonic Mania at my, sister's house / like, brother-in-law's house. Like, you know, they're a couple. But I was playing it over there on their Switch dock. I was just playing it over there. I brought my Switch, I brought my dock, and I brought it expecting, like, you know, people to want to play multiplayer games. Like, okay, I guess not. So I guess I'll just fucking play Sonic Mania while I'm waiting, because it's a fun, cool platformer. Like, I actually enjoyed Sonic Mania. Thing is, like, I started playing it, the title screen is fucking, like, blasting loudly, and they're like, God, what's with the audio mixing of this game? And I'm like, yeah, I agree, the audio mixing is really loud. Especially compared to other Nintendo games. Oh, I totally thought I could make that jump. I guess that's a Luigi only jump. But then, like, they're all just, like, watching the game, like, in the background, like, eating dinner or whatever. I'm just playing it. They're watching it, and, like, they're all commenting on, like, how kind of dumb, like, some of the mechanics are, or, like, whatever. Like, I reached Chemical Plant Zone, and I reached, like, the Act 2 boss where I had to play Puyo Puyo with Eggman, like, you know, as a reference to Mean Bean Machine. They're like, Puyo Puyo? Like, what? What even is this game? Like, it's a platformer. Shouldn't it be, like, you know, not Puyo Puyo? Like, one of my sisters was commenting, and, like, my brother-in-law was like, Huh, this game is weird. Like, and I'm just thinking, can you just, like, please shut up and let me enjoy my Sonic game? Like, I don't say this often, but, like, I didn't say it out loud, of course, but I'm just thinking this, like, can you just let me enjoy my game, please? It's a fun game, I swear. But then in the end, I was like, now I'm kind of too embarrassed to even keep playing this game. I'm just gonna switch to, like, Mario Odyssey or Splatoon 2. I switched to Splatoon 2. My sister and brothers start playing along. We all play Salmon Run. We have a good time. And they're like, ooh, this game is really cool. Like, my other sisters and, like, the rest of my family that is watching and not playing. Like, this game's cool. It looks fun. Like, it is, but, like, you didn't say that about Sonic. Literally the best Sonic games that come out since fucking Generations. Weird. I don't know. I feel kind of bad for Sonic fans. You're probably not gonna hear me say this again, Sonic fans, but I kind of feel bad for you. Your games are just completely shat on all the time, even when they're actually kind of decent. Like, even, like, you're gonna have, you have a lot of trouble as Sonic fans, I bet. Like, because there's just that stigma around Sonic that he's, like, not really that fun to play anymore. And I get it, because I don't really like Sonic myself. But, like, you know, I can acknowledge when he has a good game or two. It's just, most of his games are terrible, and that's why that stigma exists. Like, I think, the last time I tried getting into Sonic before Mania was when I played Sonic Generations on the 3DS. I was like, ooh, it's Sonic Generations! And at the time it just came out and I was watching people play it on PC. I was a kid and I didn't know the difference between versions. That the 3DS version was actually just a completely different game that was much worse. And all just 2D levels instead of 2D and 3D. And I knocked the mic. Hopefully it doesn't affect anything. But yeah, I didn't know that Sonic Generations on the 3DS was mostly just the 2D levels, except played with, like, the boost style versus, like, the classic style. Like, I played it and I'm like, this game kind of sucks, huh? Like, I beat it and I'm like, what was up with that? And then I realized that the console versions of the game were different. I'm like, shit, I want to play those versions, but I don't have an Xbox or PlayStation 3 or a PC. Like, I just have a 3DS and a Wii U. But now that I have a gaming PC, I can play Sonic Generations all I want, if I want to get it. I know, I kind of got over it. I got over it. I guess I could get Sonic Generations for the modding potential, and because it is still a good game. Probably, like, you know, one of the last good Sonic games, besides Mania. But, I don't know. I don't know. Sega's kind of weird. I also got Yakuza 0, which is another Sega game. I really am meaning to play it, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I got it during the Steam Summer Sale when it was like $5. And I played like the first hour and a half. I'm like, okay, cool. I can kind of see why people like this game. It's just GTA, but in Japan. In like the 60s or 80s or whatever. And, like, you're doing, like, gang wars shit, and it's, like, kind of cool. Like, you know, like, it's kind of cool. The music's good, the atmosphere is good, the localization is really good. It's just kind of, like, stupid, and I know a lot of the memes. But, like... I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it. Also, one funny little glitch. If you go in this pipe... Actually, let me go inside it again. Let me go inside it again. You'll notice this really weird, trippy background that's like multicolored and full of like black splotches. It's like a net. If you leave the sub area and then come back out here, you will see that background from the outside. That's because this background is normally invisible from the outside when you first enter this level. But when you go inside the sub area, you go inside this area with the trippy background. Then you go out, then basically the camouflage has been turned off. Basically you took the background from the sub area, put it here, and now there's a giant black hole in the middle of this galaxy. It's a funny little glitch. It doesn't really do anything. It's mostly just aesthetics, and also you have to go out of your way to see it. Because for the most part, you're not going to be looking in the general direction that black hole is, despite how big and visible it is. But yeah. Well, okay, I guess it is pretty fucking visible. But, like, once you get into this area, you're not going to be able to see it because of walls. And also, you can't go first-person mode here. So I just wanted to show off that little neat aesthetic glitch. And don't worry, we'll get to that sub-area soon enough. I think we'll do it this episode. Or actually, ooh... No, I might actually want to save it for next episode. Well, no, I might do it this episode depending on how well the next star goes here, because the second star here can be really difficult if you're not in a flow. That's the thing with this game. Some of the stars here are actually extremely difficult. Like, a good chunk of them. Thing is, I've just gotten so used to all of them because I played this game so many times that, like, even the hard stars bear no problem to me even when I'm dead tired. But we'll see with this one. Galaxy 1 only had, like, 2 really, really hard stars. This game has, like, at least, like, 7 or 8 really difficult ones. I'm just making them look easy. The Comet Medal is over here. Don't forget about that. Okay. I almost just got eaten by the lava monster because of my bad jump. Okay. Okay. Easy. Didn't get hit there. That planet I actually usually get hit once or twice before getting the star because there's just so much shit going on that one. But, you know. I guess I got lucky. Or I guess I'm gotten better at this game even though I haven't played it in like 5 years. No, more than 5. Shit, when was the last time I played this game? I think the last time might have been like 2015. Yeah. Yeah. 2015? Really? Might have been earlier. I know I was playing this game quite a bit from like 2010 to like 2013/2014. But, like, I don't know if I was playing it anymore after 2015. I think I tried once, and then I stopped. And then I tried again, and then I stopped. And, like, I never got to the, like, 100% part. Also, this world has a black hole. Oh my fucking god, this is actually super detailed. This is actually really fucking accurate. Actually, I don't know if it's a black hole or if it's a protostar. But it could be either or. It might be a black hole. Because in astronomy class, I learned basically how stars are created. And basically how it's done is they kind of start with a black hole-esque process by swirling in a ton of energy and matter, and basically gravity collapses in on itself on the star, and basically it generates a whole lot of heat because of the gravity force over hundreds of thousand years. Basically the mass starts to collapse on itself and it starts nuclear fusion. But before that it gets really hot, and then the protostar emits basically a jet stream full of fucking pure heat, a laser of. I gotta show a picture of this in editing, but basically it emits a fucking giant jet of heat or whatever, and it's basically all the thermal pressure from inside of the star escaping, blowing it back up, fighting against the gravity. And basically, if gravity wins, then the star is formed. If the thermal pressure wins and resists gravity, then it just becomes a failed star. This is a black hole. This is just a black hole. Because, of course, there's no light coming out of it. And actually, speaking of black holes, recently, I don't think it was with the James Webb. Maybe it was with James Webb? I don't know. But recently we got to see the black hole, in the supermassive black hole that was theorized to be in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy for a long time. We didn't actually really know if it truly existed until just a couple months ago. There was theories, and it was basically everybody was super fucking confident. Yeah, there's a supermassive galaxy in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. But we didn't know for sure, because since we're in the middle of the galaxy, not even, we're actually at the 1/3 point from the edge of the galaxy. Or it might be 2/3. We're either 2/3 in or 1/3 in. I think we might be 2/3 in. Or wait, no, 1/3? I don't fucking know. Anyway, since we're in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy, it's actually really difficult for us to see into the galaxy because there's so many stars blocking the way. And no matter what type of vision you use, infrared, ultraviolet, or gamma rays, there's gonna be shit blocking the way. And also it's kind of far away. And also interference, radio, and etc. So basically it took us a really fucking long time until our technology was good enough to see the black hole in the middle of the Milky Way galaxy. But we did know about black holes' existence beforehand by looking at one of the biggest black holes in, in one of the nearby galaxies. But, basically we got to see the center of a nearby galaxy, with its supermassive black hole. But we couldn't see ours until just recently. That's the funny thing about space. It's really difficult to actually see what's happening inside our galaxy, but what's happening outside of our galaxy is really easy to see. Super easy, since all the stars are less scattered about, or more scattered about, more spread out rather. And also, one other thing about, looking into space, it is really easy to see back into time in space, but it's really hard to guess what's happening currently in space. If you're looking for, space history shit and, learning all about that stuff, you can find a shit ton of stuff about that. A lot of people know a lot of shit about space history, because the history of the universe is... yeah, sure, there's still a whole lot of unknowns about the history of the universe, but we know much more about astrological history than we do about the astrological current. Present, rather, I guess. like, we're able to see back to the Big Bang. Like, back to the beginning of the universe, except for, like, the first, like, 380,000 years. Like, that big cosmic microwave picture that, like, you may or may not have seen. That you may or may not have seen in, like, some images. That's actually, like, the beginning of the Big Bang, and NASA has, like, researched a shit ton into, like, the particles and see if there's, like, any differences in, like, the particle, like, components of, like, the outer layer of the Big Bang that we're able to see, because, like, if we look far enough into the past, we can see the cosmic microwave with, like, infrared. Or something like that. But yeah, basically we're able to see the outer exterior of the Big Bang from, like, billions of years ago, if we look far enough back into space. It's really cool. Space is really fucking cool. And, like, the reason why we can see the Big Bang, even though it's already long gone, it's like the universe is constantly expanding, it's because, like, light does travel at a set speed. And if you're looking very far into the distance, you can see light from the past that took approximately, like, the age of the universe to get here, to Earth. So that's why we're able to see shit like that. Space is cool, guys. Can you tell? Can you tell that I really like space? Can you tell that this is one of my favorite games of all time, mostly because of just the space aesthetic? Like... Oh. Yeah. Astronomy was definitely my favorite class in college. And that's also where I met Matilda. She can vouch for how cool astronomy is. Or I don't know. I think she just took that class because she needed a science class or something to graduate. But, like, you know, I'm glad that I met her there. Because, boy, we were fucking unstoppable in astronomy, along with our mutual friend. Okay, I think I have, like, 3 more rows left. And I gotta beat 5,000. Nope. You also don't want to step on the blue area with just normal Mario. You actually have to bowl. Because if you step on the blue area, you will actively lose points. Like, I'm not kidding. You will actively lose points at a rapid rate. Also, I am timing this just slightly off. Is this really the last one? I just need to get a strike here. Holy shit, perfect score. I did that twice in this recording session. Perfect score. I could go on so many more rants about space, but I don't think any of you guys would be interested. It's just cool. I love space. I fucking love it so much. Like, honestly, like... I wouldn't want to go up into space all alone. I would want to at least have company, and also space is kinda scary. But, like... I just love, like, imagining what it would be like up there. Because, like, I'm not really, like, deeply horrified of space, like some people are. Because apparently some people are deeply horrified of space. And I don't really blame them. But, like, when you know more of the fundamental mechanics of how space works, it's less scary and more so just fucking awesome. It's like... astonishing how it works. Protostars, black holes, white dwarfs, neutron stars, nebular clouds, etc., etc. So, yeah. Shit, what's the time at this episode? I've been ranting for a long time. Okay, we still have enough time for one more star. I really just went on a space rant this episode, huh? So, yeah. That's why I like this world most aesthetically, just because it's a black hole. Black holes are cool. And, like, yeah, sure, they may sound scary, but, like, even if the black hole were placed in the center of the solar system to replace the sun, we wouldn't get sucked into it. Like, they're actually relatively small. Yeah, black holes are actually relatively small, and you don't ever need to worry about running into one in space, because they're so rare and they're so small that you're more likely to, like, fucking win the lottery, like, 100 times over, like, in a row, than, like, run into a black hole in space. Like, seriously, they're fucking tiny. Because black holes aren't really big and swirling massive objects. Well, I mean, they're massive, okay, I'll give you that, but, like, they're much less massive than stars. Because the whole reason why the black hole exists is because it is the mass of a giant star all condensed down into, like, basically the size, like, the equivalent of a peanut. Like, think condensing a bowling ball down to the size of a fucking, like, kernel of corn. Like, that's what a black hole is. Because since all that mass is condensed into one area, like, gravity overpowers light. Because all that mass is condensed, it's basically, like, creating a shit ton of gravity since, like, all this mass is being compressed. And yeah, gravity becomes so powerful that light can't escape from it. And it's literally a hole in the fourth dimension. you know, non-Euclidean geometry and shit with Einstein. I mean, of course, we can't perceive where that hole in the fourth dimension leads to. I mean, it's called an event horizon for a reason. Like, there's part of black hole called the event horizon, which is the threshold that light passes where it cannot escape from gravity anymore. But yeah, also if you did happen to get sucked into a black hole, you would die fucking instantly. And I mean, like, instantly. Like, you would go through what's called spaghettification, as an inside joke among astronomers. It's just like a joke term that they came up with, but that kind of stuck. And basically, you would turn into a very long human noodle. Your organs would get crushed internally, and then, like, your whole body would stretch out. And you would die instantly without even knowing. But if you were somehow alive during that, if you made it past, like near the event horizon of the black hole, not past it, but near it, and you saw, like, your best buddy, and, like, you got dropped into the black hole, basically they fucking sabotaged you like fucking Lion King and threw you into the black hole. If you were in that black hole, basically, you would have been able to live out, like, your life 200 times, like, so many times in a row. Like, so many years would pass in an instant, and it would feel like years. Because it takes so long for, like, to, like, it's like time dilation shit, because of gravity. Because, like, the higher gravity area that you're in, the slower that you age. Or, no. It's something with gravity and time dilation. I need to figure it out, but, maybe I'll put it in the edits. But yeah, basically, you would live for fucking ever. And, like, in a moment's notice. And then your friend would take, like, centuries, if not, like, millennia. If not, like, hundreds of millennia. To actually, like, leave the area that he dropped you off at in the black hole. I don't know, you get what I'm saying. It's hard for me to explain this shit. But thing is, don't be scared of getting sucked into a black hole because of death. Get scared because you're gonna be fucking experiencing well, you'll die instantly. But if you didn't die instantly, you'd be experiencing a whole ton of pain for eternity. It's basically like a layer of hell. Surviving a black hole. I mean... Now that I just terrified half my audience of black holes... I just love the talk of spaghettification via black holes. My favorite! As a kid, I always wondered what this stream of, like, steam was from this black hole was. Now I know. I don't think it's actually completely accurate to a real black hole, but it's accurate to a protostar, and that's cool. They really did their research on this game, huh, with space. For, like, what was known at the time in 2010. Okay, what's the time for this episode? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna end this episode here. I know this episode is gonna come out later, in a while, so I'm gonna already have finished recording all these episodes by the time this episode comes out. But I guess if you want to hear me ramble on more about space, leave something in the comments. Oh, I don't know. I love space. What can I say? Space is the coolest part of the universe. Or something. I don't know. See you guys next episode. We are going to go to... Where are we going next episode? Oh, yeah. We're gonna go to that galaxy, whatever that is. So, see you then. Bye.